everybody! Grandma Bev here from Life of Grandma Bev, and welcome to another version of Ride Along With Me. Well, my plan was I was going to go down to East Bremerton, which is about 45 minutes from here. And I was going to go to the new St. Vincent de Paul. They moved the one from downtown Bremerton that I found last year that was just worthless. They moved it to a better building in East Bremerton, just down the ways from from the Goodwill there. So I was going to go down there, then I was going to go to that Goodwill, then I was going to go to the big Dollar Tree in Bremerton. And I got up today and I thought, and then I was going to go to the Goodwill in Silverdale. So I was getting ready and I thought, why am I going to all the way down in East Bremerton to Goodwill's and St. Vincent de Paul? I don't need anything. I mean, God, if I come home with another shirt, I think my husband will split a gut. Yeah. So I thought the only thing I need to get are things from Dollar Tree to take on the trip to the ocean that we're going to tomorrow. And I need on the way back to stop here at CVS. Don't let me forget. So I'm just going to go into the bigger Dollar Tree that's in Silverdale. You know, the littlest one is in my town, the next size is in Silverdale, and then the biggest one is down in East Bremerton. So we're just going into Silverdale. But I thought you might enjoy the ride. Anyway, it's a gray day out, and I was hoping when I woke up this morning, it seemed like the sun was out, and I thought, oh good, I can ride down this hill here and let you see the mountains covered with snow. No, can't do that now. And right now it looks like little spitters of rain are starting to fall. Yeah. It's 49, I'm sorry. It was 54 in the garage. 49 degrees out. But I'm always hot when I get out of the house because the house is warm, and when I go into stores, I get really hot. But I did bring my little jacket along, just in case, it really starts raining hard, or you need, some warmth. Anyway, I'm going to share with you a little video on here that I did this morning. It's going to go right in here. What the heck? What is this all over the bed again? I thought I went through everything, and there's still 3 stacks. Well, a lot has happened since the other video. Bob is at the hardware store, I think for the 4th time, trying to get the shelf to stay up. Needless to say, I have not emptied the closet. It's like I did it the first time, I'm not doing it again, so he's had to keep emptying it because it's just not working right. What'd you think? Now, you know that I posted a video the other day that was showing all the clothes on the bed, and I went through all of them. Ended up with a container and a half full of shirts I was getting rid of. Tons of coat hangers. And since then, Bob has removed the stuff 2 more times because every time he would go in to check, the screws would be coming out of the wall. So he kept going back to the the hardware store, getting more screws. We got some more yesterday at Walmart. And he went through the whole thing again, putting them back up. And then last night he's saying, those darn things are coming out of the wall. I think I'm going to have to do it all over again. I'm going to go up to Home Depot and get a stud searcher and different heavy-duty screws. It's just those wire things. Well, you might have to get something else. Now, do you remember, well, maybe I didn't tell you, but back when the crash first happened, I said to him, maybe this time you need to put the screws or the stuff in where the studs are. Because I said, are the screws all into the studs? And he said, no, they're just, spread out to where the screws belong on the shelf, where it matches up where you're supposed to put them for the shelf. And I said, because maybe you should try to put them where studs are. Well, I can't because, that's not where the things are. And okay, so then 2 more times the thing was coming out of the wall. And he finally comes up with, I'm going to have to try to put some of the things in somehow with the studs. I didn't say a thing. So, it's a man thing. Men think they can fix everything. And I can say this because he doesn't really watch my videos, but Bob's a great guy. He can do so much. He's so smart. I'm so proud of him. But when it comes to home repairs, sometimes they don't quite turn out right. So I just left him. He just finished putting up the screws again, the whole thing up again, was going to hang everything back up. Guys think that they can fix everything, and they can't always, or they should make sure they measure before they go to the hardware stores, see what size screws they need, a little bit more preparation. Now, how would I know all this stuff, right? Well, because when I was married before, I had a husband who also thought he could fix everything. Except he would get mad to the point where he would make things worse. Like holes in the walls and just a total disaster. A temper tantrum type. So I learned how to do things myself. Like I say, I was responsible for everything when I was married to him. People think that I'm real helpless who know me now and they see how much Bob does for me or takes care of me. I did everything back then. I was primarily responsible for raising the kids, took care of the yard, took care of the house, everything, like I say, repairs. I learned that hockey sticks, or parts of them, can be used to repair more things, and duct tape. Plus, I had to cook back then. So, I learned to be a totally independent woman when I was married before. And then when I married this guy, he wants to do everything for me. He doesn't want me to hurt myself, hurt my back or anything like that. And it was hard at first when he started taking over my kitchen. But Mama didn't raise no fool. I soon learned, hey, I know the big thing was, women can do it all. We can do, everything. We don't need a man's help. Well, sometimes it's nice, to have a man's help taken care of you, especially as you get older. Forget all this trying to show men, well, I can do everything, okay? He knows I can do everything, but I like to make him think that I can't, It makes him feel good. It makes him feel more like a man, like men were always raised to feel. So, and that took a lot of years of counseling to learn that. All the years of counseling that I was married to the other one, I was going to counseling almost the whole time, trying to help my marriage, trying to, make my marriage better. And then, then I discovered finally towards the end, there's only one of us in this marriage trying to make it work. But during that, like I say, I learned a lot about how men think, how men feel. They can't say the same about us, but, we learn how they think and feel. So, that's probably why this marriage has been so much better and happier. You know? So, but I gotta love the guy. He's such a cutie. He's just like, you know, he's a big guy, but he's just like a little boy sometimes, you know, like inside. He wouldn't tell me that, but I know. So anyway, that's the closet escapade that I'm hoping when I get home, the closet is sturdy, my shirts are back up, and I'm thinking, geez, I thought I got rid of so much stuff. And yet here's 3 stacks of shirts he's put on the bed this morning. I mean, I have tons and tons of hangers left. I don't know. I gotta get over this feeling like if I see something I want to, I buy it because, you know, like I said in another video, for so many years I didn't buy things for myself. I bought everything for my kids. I didn't buy much for myself until towards, you know, the second half of that marriage. And that was just to compete with the other women he was seeing, you know, because according to him, I never dressed right. Anyway, we all learn. We go into relationships because we need to learn something from that person. Boy, did I learn. So I am thankful to him for that. And grateful that I have my kids. So what else happened? Oh, but we now have a stud finder. And we got a lot of various sizes of screws and things like that. And he even, as he pointed out to me, you notice anything about the holes in the wall? There were holes in the wall, not from him punching it, but from all the times that he tried different screws in it, right? So, and I didn't care. I don't care. The clothes hang in front of it. You know, you're not going to see that. And he says, okay, well, by the time if we ever move, I'll patch them up. Well, they were patched today. 20-minute, half-hour drive into Silverdale, and I always take the side roads, so it takes a little longer. But yeah, I passed one property over there. It had a couple of geese on in the yard. Tell you that Kelly, she's becoming a star. I've been doing this YouTube for over 3 years, and I do a few short videos of her, and she gets sometimes over 2,000 views. I'm lucky to hit 100. Oh, I guess I should capitalize on that, though I wouldn't be capitalizing because I'm not monetizing anymore. Though YouTube automatically makes the shorts monetized. I haven't figured out how to knock that off, because like I tried explaining on one of my videos, I don't care about the money part of it. I just need something to do to keep me busy, and it keeps me busy. But it also costs a lot of money to do these. Don't think that all these people you're watching, you know, more in my range category of subscribers, are making anything, because they're not. They're putting out more than they make just to get people to get interested in their channel, and you know. So I thought, okay, my main goal is to get subscribers, so I'm not marking my videos as monetized when I post them, because we found out, you know, if you make over 600, which I didn't, but they had a 1099 for me, and I don't know if they sent it to the IRS, because it was like 500 I made, somewhere around there. It doesn't near cover the money I have spent. And it adds to our tax bill, you know, and it's already so damn high. I mean, it's, you know, it's over 1,000 each time, and that's a lot of money to all of a sudden come up with. When we added withdrawals from my Social Security check, so I don't even get my whole check. We did this several years back when we were told that, you know, this big tax cut was going through, and it was going to help the middle class and the lower. Well, it hasn't helped this middle class. So, you know, like I explained, I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing this to keep from going crazy, from not having something to do. And I've gotten where I just enjoy making the videos, you know. Gotten to know a lot of my subscribers. So it's like if I wasn't doing this stuff, I'd be just sitting around watching TV, because there's not a lot I can do physically. I mean, this is all stuff I can do at home, except for going into the stores. And those I can limit. You know, I can do it on days that I feel good. If I'm getting too weak in the stores, and I can, you know, I know it's time to get out. I am kind of tired, though, of always being tired. But I keep pushing. Bob is always surprised when we go on those trips that we're not going on anymore, because I've gotten too far gone. Because he was always surprised how I just kind of trudged along. I forced myself along. I did it. Well, you know, if I was going to pay that much to go over to Europe, it'd be darn if I was not going to go see things. I knew that once I got home, I could take a couple of weeks to recuperate. So we're not going to Europe right now, unless I start feeling better, which I don't have much hope of that. We are going to do Caribbean, because that's a lot easier on me. It's like, you know, a 7-day cruise. We won't have to go on the big excursions and things, so it's just a lot easier on me. I'm kind of looking around to see if anything new has gone in here since we were gone. It's my first time in here. Well, there's Macy's and stuff there. They put a Winco in where Sears was. I can turn on the yellow. So, well, doesn't look very crowded in here today. Now, next to Dollar Tree is Michael's. I don't know if I'll go in there or not. There's also TJ Maxx here, but I don't really need anything. I've got a whole bunch of stuff to go to Carly's Girls. It's never really stuff for me, and the stuff that I would buy in there would be more like decorating stuff, you know, which I've got so much of that now. I've got to go through and get rid of a lot of that junk. It's just too much. I can't stand clutter. So we're here. That was, 17 minutes. So I am going to Dollar Tree. I will be right back. I'm back. Well, I did go into Michael's, but I only walked through down one aisle and back because I was looking to see if by any chance they had $10 bags out there, which they didn't. So then I just walked right into the Dollar Tree. Same old stuff. They've got a lot. I think I keep to go home because I haven't had lunch. They've got a lot of, you know, the summer decoration stuff out, and I've got so much of that stuff. Didn't really see anything new, but I'm gonna do a video on that to show you what I got there, because it would just take too much time to do it here in the car. Oh, there was one guy though, I was concerned. And whenever I'd walk up and down the aisles, all of a sudden he'd come walking down them and stuff. And I thought, is he a security or something, you know? But, you know, I always have my purse around me and everything. But then at one point on the last row, he stood up and he had a big backpack. And I thought, is he picking up stuff, going around the last row and putting stuff in the backpack? So I kind of watched him, but you know, you hate to say something in case it's not somebody trying to steal. But, you know, I kept watching. And then when he went to leave, he did not go through to pay, but he went up and he stopped and leaned down, you know, where they have a table set up now that if you're looking for a job, and it talks about go about looking for a job. So I don't know. Should I have said something? He was already gone by the time I got up to the checkout. You know, maybe he was someone that worked there. I don't know, but you know me, I'm always on the aware of my things around me, because as a government employee, you had to go through training to notice things, because you know, there were several times when, especially after the first big bombing went off in April 19th down in Oklahoma City. That's when all this stuff went up along the streets, and we were really trained to watch for backpacks sitting. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm always looking around. You know. And one time a gal went over on the side of the building and blew up a bomb and lost her hand, you know, her arm. You know, I'd come home from lunch and there'd be the little robot guy going in, and I'd say, "Oh, what's going on?" And they'd say, "Oh, we can't say." And it's like, give me a break. You're going in to the bank right below where I sit, right above it. I want to have the option of going out. Let's see, where's the brake pedal? Bob's got to fix this. It's gone way back. But if there was a bomb threat, we were not, I can't remember ever being evacuated. But if we did see something we were nervous about, or there was fire trucks there and stuff, you did have the option to take annual leave or vacation time if you wanted to leave. And boy, they kept strict watch on when you weren't there. We had to stay strictly with what time we're supposed to be there, what time we left, how much, you know, we had a half hour for lunch. So they really kept track of that. So anyway, that's why I've learned to be very aware of what's going on. Then I try to look on the other side of it. Well, if you stop to look at the sign about hiring, maybe he really needed the stuff to eat. You know. Now, if he had set the bag down and ran out, I would have said something. So, that's all I feel up to doing. I got really tired in there. You know, when it's this kind of day, you just tend to feel kind of in a downer mood anyway. That's why we don't stay here all winter. You know, SAD or sad disorders. Those aren't made up. It just normally doesn't rain this late. Usually when we get back, Bob goes golfing with the guys and they say he's their good luck thing. We come home and he brings better weather with us. But we didn't have that great of weather down in Yuma this year either, so everybody's talking about the weather, how bad it's been this year. Now, see, today would have been a golf day for Bob. But they had to cancel it because of the rain. Now, I mentioned that I was going into Dollar Tree because I'm the one that usually brings a big bag full of snacks. You wonder why I have gone to do that. You know, I always just go into Dollar Tree, buy a bunch of stuff, and then when we get there, I put it up on the counter, and anybody who wants can help themselves. Which reminds me of helping myself. I did get these M&Ms. I actually had some. It's been a while. They had no peeps. Michael's did, but they didn't have a price on them, so I didn't want to go get in a line just for that. I've lost 10 pounds, but I'm going to be gone until Friday, and I'll be eating differently, as you can tell. I hope I don't gain 10 back. A couple of pounds, okay. But oh, I think I'm going to end this, taking the exact same route back. So please watch for my video on what I got at Dollar Tree. I'm not sure when I'll post it. And if I think of anything more as I'm driving home, I'll come back on. But other than that, please comment, share, like, and subscribe. I hope you all have a good week. I already have things lined up and scheduled, so you won't miss me too much. I love you all. Bye. I'm back. Just remembered as I was starting to drive by CVS, almost to home, that I need to stop in here. So I'm going to run in there. I'm going to do my twice yearly thing that I go through, which is always a pain. Going to try to get our prescriptions transferred now back up here. They've already filled some down there. You know, don't they realize that the snowbirds leave a certain time of year? And we can't just go in there and tell them. They'll say, oh, you got to do that when you get up here. And anyway, I'll be right back. Well, I walked in there. Just as I was almost back there, I got reminded they're closed the prescription part during their lunch break, which I think is 1:30 to 2. Now it's 2 minutes to 2, so I came back out here, give them time to get opened up, and then I'll go back in. That's exhausting. But I walked by and they had all this 50% off of Easter candy. But, you know, their peeps were like $3 to begin with. $1.50 is too much to spend. When I picked some up the other day, where were we? Walmart. They were 50 cents. So, you know, I couldn't resist that. Anyway, I'm going to go back in. I'll be right back. I am back. Well, I still had to wait a while because our clocks are all different than theirs, so there's still like 2 minutes to 2, and there are other people waiting ahead of me, so got transferred what I can. However, I still need to go back down there to Yuma, like I told me, if they answer the phone, have them release the ones that they've already filled that are sitting down there, because I don't put them on automatic refills, but somehow they end up there, which means they fill them after I've left Yuma. You know? But Bob only has one prescription, and he's gonna need his refilled, but it needs to be approved by the doctor, because it's been just about a year, and it's a doctor up here, luckily. So it used to be the doctor down there, then he started going to the doctor up here, thinking it might be easier. So I got those taken care of. Now I just gotta have to get on the phone. Like I told him, well, they don't answer the phone. He laughs because he's just telling people, just a moment, please, on the phone. I told him, I said, I understand. They're so short of help. Anyway. So you can come with me on the way up the hill to my house. Wonder how Bobby's doing, if all my shirts will be back hanging in my closet. Let's see, it looks like a phone call or message came through. I never answer my phone. If anybody ever tries to call me, I don't answer the phone. If I don't recognize the name, or if it'll say unknown, or it's just a phone number showing, I don't answer it, because most of the time it's marketing type people. So, and I always have my volume way down, so I don't hear it. I get so few phone calls, and like I say, the ones I get are all those darn salespeople. Somebody getting their yard redone in the rain. Well, after I drove last week, Bob did take my car down, got it all washed and stuff, and all full of gas. You can clean the inside, though. So the mats need to be shaken off, and nothing real major. Geez, why is everything open here? I bet the mail hasn't come yet. Let's see. Oh, helps to put the window down. On Mondays, they're always really late. Oh, maybe not today. Any other mail? Nope. Okay. Let me push the garage door open. Have it opening. So here we go, babies. Again, it's been fun. Hope you enjoyed this, and I will be back maybe next week.